Quite a bit of news has circulated its way around the internet this week, and I plan on covering as much of it as I can in this video. So, sit back, grab a slice of pizza from the fridge, and let's jump into this week's Weekly Byte of MMORPG news. Let's start this off with some news that I'm sure Nexon is happy about. MapleStory 2, the highly anticipated sequel to one of Nexon's most successful games, MapleStory, finally launched a couple of days ago as a free-to-play MMORPG both on Steam and through the Nexon launcher. The game had originally launched its head start for founders on October 1st, but this marked the first time free players could join in. According to Steam, the first day of its launch, MapleStory reached a concurrent player number of 22,000, followed by 30,000 on its second day and a monstrous 33,000 on its third. While this is by no means groundbreaking numbers alone, a large majority of players play Nexon's games through their official launcher, so showing 30,000 players through Steam alone is quite impressive. And while no concrete number is given for the cumulative concurrent player number for both Nexon's launcher and the Steam launcher, we can expect that it's somewhere at least 50,000, if not more. This could mark well over 100,000 players actively playing, maybe even a few 100,000, something Nexon is no doubt gleefully reveling in. GameNet is being the local publisher for Black Desert Online in Russia until recently. Pearl Abyss chose not to renew their license with GameNet, however both companies vowed to work alongside one another to transfer over all the remaining player data. GameNet closed down the servers this week as planned, however left an ominous note stating that all responsibility for the future was on Pearl Abyss. Pearl Abyss went on to state that they were making every possible effort to solve the problems they were experiencing, without really elaborating on what those problems actually were. Shortly after, Pearl Abyss sent out an email to players stating that they had failed to acquire the game data from GameNet. This ultimately meant that negotiations to acquire player data fell through and that all data would be lost to the void. Pearl Abyss have since blamed GameNet for the loss of data, with GameNet rebutting that with claims that they were ready to transfer over all the player data and Pearl Abyss themselves were actually at fault. According to GameNet, Pearl Abyss wasn't going through the correct legal route to manage personal information in Russia, resulting in the failed transfer of data. This therefore resulted in the Russian version of Black Desert Online being shut down. Pearl Abyss then stated that they won't have their Russian servers up immediately as they lost access to all of GameNet's localization, requiring they localize the game fully again from scratch. Now, there is no ETA on when the Russian version of the game will be brought back up, Pearl Abyss merely providing a vague "we'll work on it" for all Russian players. Quality work as always, Pearl Abyss. In lieu of Bless's upcoming free-to-play launch, NeoWiz released a Road to Bless Online press release on Steam. They went on to state that the reason they're going free-to-play is for the community, not themselves. They want to make sure that the game can provide an amazing experience for all players, but also that it can reach as many audiences as possible. NeoWiz then stated that the player response to Bless coming to Steam was initially very positive, further claiming that there was a mismatch of expectations between the development team and players. Despite this, the team saw early access as a success, collecting important data and feedback from players, and doing absolutely nothing with that data and feedback. That last part wasn't a quote, by the way, just a general blanket statement. Finally, NeoWiz noted that they are aware of what players want, but what players will get remains to be seen. The Bless team isn't ready to talk about all of the details, they said in a finishing statement. So, yeah, mark your calendars. Bless is almost here. Again. Citadel Studios are proud to announce that their flagship title, the upcoming living, breathing, classic sandbox MMORPG Legends of Aria, is finally launching into early access through Steam on December 4th, 2018. They went on to detail their Founders Packs, which cost $29.99, $49.99, and $89.99 respectively. All players that pre-order the game between now and December 3rd will have the opportunity to participate in a 7-day head start while obtaining each Founders Pack's bonus associated with the pack purchased, including the chance to lay claim to your very own plot of land and have the ability to build your home before any other player. Legends of Aria is being touted as the spiritual successor to classic MMORPGs, having a massive player-run world in a modern and beautifully realized setting. Citadel Studios are promising a return to a setting where giving the player choice and freedom is paramount, and having a game where hand-holding and gear scores have no place. Netmarble held its media conference for Blade&Soul Revolution on October 11th and had quite a bit of information to divulge regarding the upcoming free-to-play MMO. Blade&Soul Revolution is powered by Unreal Engine 4 and is based on the popular IP from NCSoft, released on PCs with a console port in the works. The game was revealed to have finally been given an official launch date for South Korea, December 6th, with pre-registration beginning yesterday. Blade&Soul Revolution, following in the footsteps of NCSoft's other mobile adaptation, Lineage 2 Revolution, will follow the original game's story, including the conflict with Jin So-yeon and the search for Twilight's Edge, while aiming to stay as true to the original PC game as possible. Key features from the PC iteration of Blade&Soul are making its way into Revolution, including the glide and sprint mechanics, which are said to be a requirement to explore the 5 massive zones that complete Blade&Soul Revolution. Additional features include large-scale, real-time 500 vs 500 clan battles that make use of watchtowers and cannons to provide strategic elements to the game, and over 150 high-quality cinematic cutscenes that are completely voice-acted. There are a total of 4 races announced to be making their way into the game: the Jin, the Gon, the Yun, and the Lin. There are 4 classes that are associated with each of those races, having the Blade Master and Kung Fu Master for the Jin, the Destroyer for the Gon, the Blade Master and Kung Fu Master for the Yun, and the Machinist or Force Master for the Lin. The Machinist for the Lin is actually supposedly a new class, but is kind of reminiscent of the Force Master as it makes use of elemental spells. This is actually, I guess, a downgrade in terms of what is available on PC, as the PC version has access to the Assassin, Blade Master, Destroyer, Force Master, Kung Fu Master, Summoner, Blade Dancer, Warlock, Soul Fighter, Gunslinger, and most recently, Warden. Although these classes are all that is available right now, this does not mean that NCSoft has no plans of introducing those classes as the game continues to receive further updates. And while there has been no confirmed English release for Blade&Soul Revolution as of yet, Lineage 2 Revolution had a rather fast Western release, so we can expect Blade&Soul Revolution to hit the Western shores, I guess, sometime in the near future. ArcheAge 5.0, which is still somehow alive, has a new major content expansion on its way. Tryon have announced that the 5.0 update, titled Relics of Haram, will be arriving on October 24th. Relics of Haram will add the Malediction skill set, meaning players will gain the ability to play with a total of 45 different new class combinations. Tryon are then merging servers together prior to Relics of Haram's arrival to attempt to combat the lack of any kind of semblance of a player base. EverQuest 2 is launching yet another expansion, Chaos Descending. The expansion is available right now for pre-order and will launch officially on November 13th. Players that pre-order the expansion can begin playing the beta for it as soon as their payment clears. There are 3 different versions of the expansion on sale: the base game, which goes for $34.99, the collector's edition going for $89.99, and the premium, which goes for a whopping $139.99. Chaos Descending brings with it expanded lore, a new mount equipment feature, and additional dungeons, zones, adventure quests, raids, and more. Now, while the game itself is free to play, expansions are required to be purchased to play. After what seems like an eternity of waiting for news on Amazon's upcoming full-loot, open-ended sandbox PvP MMO New World, a video was released on October 11 showcasing some beautiful alpha footage of an area that we've already seen enough of: Windsward, a region composed mostly of grasslands and forests that are packed with harvestable resources. We can clearly see abandoned crates, farms, windmills, cottages, wagons, and more along the side of the road with lit torches and railings. However, that's pretty much all we see.
Hello? Anybody home? I'd like some candy, please. Well, if you won't open up then. Trick or treat.
Finally, I would like to take a quick moment to wish everyone a happy Halloween. Every MMO ranging from WoW to Final Fantasy XIV to Guild Wars 2 to Elder Scrolls Online are launching their very own Halloween events in-game, so make sure you log into your favorite game to participate. And that about sums up this week in MMO news. If you think I missed something or have something exciting for the next video, let me know and I will attempt to include it if I remember. Now guys, that is it for me. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you all next time. Peace! Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing to my channel over here, checking out another video, or following me on Twitter at STIX to just chat or hang out.